Why are so many immigrants fleeing Canada? Did you know that nearly 15% of immigrants leave Canada within 20 years of arriving? And this trend is rising, with the current migration rate about 30% higher than before. But wait, Canada is supposed to be one of the world's most welcoming countries, right? A place known for its high quality of life, free healthcare, and abundant opportunities. So, what's happening? Imagine spending years preparing for immigration. From researching the process, arranging finances, to navigating complex procedures. Finally, you set foot in Canada, the land of promised opportunities. But then, reality starts to reveal itself. You realize that housing prices are prohibitively high, job opportunities aren't as expected, and the high cost of living is quickly depleting your savings. So, why is a country famous for its progressive values and immigrant-friendly policies witnessing a wave of departures among its new residents? What drives people who arrived full of hope for a brighter future to leave Canada? In today's video, we'll delve into Canada's pressing issues, from the affordability crisis, job market barriers, to policy changes that prompt many immigrants to reconsider their decisions. Stay tuned, as what we uncover might change the way you view the Canadian dream. Why do immigrants choose Canada? For years, Canada has been a beacon of hope and opportunity for people from all over the world. What makes Canada such an attractive destination? Let's explore the factors behind the country's appeal. Canada's reputation is built on a solid foundation of stability, universal healthcare, world-class education, and a society that respects diversity and inclusiveness. For many, the dream of building a life in Canada is tied to the desire to live in a safe environment, with a robust social support system and a bright future for their families. Moreover, Canada has long established itself as a leader in immigration policy. Its policies not only reflect a welcoming spirit, but also address practical needs, boosting the economy, tackling an aging population, and meeting labor demands. For example, in 2023, Canada issued over 1.1 million visa invitations, a staggering 136% increase from the previous year. This figure sends a clear message. Canada remains open to those who wish to contribute to its economy and society. Another major draw is Canada's multicultural society, where every individual is welcomed and their heritage is not only accepted but celebrated. For many, moving to a place that respects cultural identity is a strong motivator, especially for those from countries where integration is a significant challenge. Additionally, Canada is home to top-ranked universities such as the University of Toronto, McGill University, and the University of British Columbia. For international students, this is not only an opportunity for a world-class education, but also an important stepping stone for long-term residency and career building in a high-income country. Universal healthcare is also a major attraction for immigrants from countries where medical expenses are a significant burden. The idea of a healthcare system that allows them and their families to be cared for without fear of overwhelming bills adds a powerful appeal. It's not only families seeking better living conditions, skilled workers and professionals are also drawn by career opportunities in Canada's booming industries. Fields like technology, healthcare, and construction have long attracted immigrants with high demand and competitive wages. Canada is asserting itself as a technology hub in North America, creating opportunities for those skilled in software engineering and information technology, with easier access to the market compared to more restrictive places like the United States. Challenges in the labor market, promises, and reality. Canada has long attracted immigrants with its promising labor market, where opportunities in fields like technology, healthcare, and construction are widely advertised. However, finding a stable, well-paying job often proves far from expectations. For many, the job search in Canada quickly becomes a challenging struggle they did not anticipate. A major obstacle is the issue of foreign credential recognition. Many immigrants arrive in Canada with valuable degrees and certifications from their home countries, only to find that these qualifications are not fully recognized here. As a result, skilled professionals like engineers, teachers, and doctors are often forced to undergo costly and time-consuming recertification processes or accept jobs far below their qualifications just to make ends meet. Imagine dedicating years to your profession, only to start over in a job that doesn't match your skills. This is not only a significant disappointment, but also demoralizing for those who came to Canada hoping to build a career in a developed country. Even when credentials are recognized, competition in major cities like Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal can be fierce. While fields such as technology and healthcare have many opportunities, they also come with high attrition rates. Additionally, recent fluctuations in the job market have caused certain sectors to stagnate, creating added pressure for job seekers. For immigrants, these challenges are further amplified by their lack of local networks, making it harder to find suitable employment. Many immigrants end up in jobs below their skill levels or with wages that fall short of supporting the high cost of living. Furthermore, the requirement for Canadian work experience creates a frustrating cycle. Employers prefer candidates with domestic experience, yet immigrants need jobs to gain that experience. This leaves many stuck in an endless loop, unable to secure work that matches their skills simply because they haven't had the chance to work in Canada. While Canada has some programs designed to help immigrants integrate into the labor market, in practice, these initiatives often lack the scope or reach needed to make a significant impact. For those lucky enough to find a job in their field, their income is often heavily impacted by the cost of living in major cities. While salaries may look high on paper, the combination of skyrocketing housing costs, childcare expenses, and everyday living expenses can leave immigrants with very little at the end of the month. The slow wage growth, relative to rising costs, only adds to the struggle for immigrants trying to maintain their standard of living. These labor market challenges are not just short-term obstacles, they have far-reaching implications. Initially, some immigrants may accept underemployment as a temporary solution, but as they struggle to progress over time, many begin to question whether the sacrifices they made to come to Canada were truly worth it. For those who had dreamed of settling long-term, the gap between expectations and reality can make them wonder if the Canadian dream is still within reach. Eventually, that dream fades as many start seeking lower-cost options or even consider leaving Canada to return home or explore other opportunities. Policy changes, shifts that make immigrants reconsider. One of the lesser discussed but deeply impactful factors affecting immigrants in Canada is the recent shifts in immigration policy. While Canada has a long-standing reputation as a welcoming and supportive country for immigrants, recent policies aimed at addressing internal challenges have unintentionally created additional barriers for those hoping to build a long-term life here. An important change is the tightening of requirements for visas and residency cards. Previously, the points-based system allowed skilled workers to more easily meet the criteria for permanent residency, especially if they were young, educated, and fluent in English or French. However, recent adjustments have made it harder for many applicants to score enough points. Extending work permits and the pathway to permanent residency for international students has also become more challenging, making current immigrants in Canada feel uncertain and anxious about their future. For international students, the situation is even more challenging. Rising tuition fees have made the dream of studying in Canada and then settling down long-term more difficult to achieve. Recent changes to post-graduation work permits have also shortened the time to find employment, adding pressure for recent graduates to quickly secure suitable jobs or face the risk of having to leave Canada sooner than expected. Another notable change is the government's strategy to encourage immigrants to settle in less populated provinces, rather than in major cities like Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal. This strategy aims to spread the population evenly to ease housing and job market pressures in large cities. However, for many immigrants, this presents a tough choice, moving to less desirable areas with fewer job opportunities or facing fierce competition and high living costs in the big cities. While the intent behind this policy is good, the reality of living in sparsely populated areas presents challenges for many immigrants. These regions often lack job opportunities and essential services like language support or cultural communities, which can create feelings of isolation. Many also worry about the lack of cultural diversity, fearing that integration will be difficult. As a result, they feel as though they're being asked to make a significant trade-off, something they hadn't anticipated when deciding to move to Canada. Another significant factor is family reunification. For immigrants hoping to bring family members to Canada, the longer wait times and higher fees add pressure to an already complex process. For those intending to settle permanently, the difficulty of waiting to be reunited with family makes them question whether Canada is the right place to build a future. Why some immigrants decide to leave Canada. One of the most common reasons is the financial strain of high living costs. Many immigrants arrive in Canada expecting that the stable economy and numerous job opportunities will enable them to build a comfortable life. However, they soon realize that it's much harder than anticipated to cover the cost of housing, utilities, and essential needs. For those with family back in countries with lower living costs, this discrepancy becomes even more apparent, prompting them to consider returning to reduce financial pressure. This financial reality, combined with the frustration of not being able to work in their field or having to accept lower-level jobs for years, has led some immigrants to leave Canada. Some professionals feel they lose growth potential and confidence after years of working below their capacity, while others feel their skills are gradually being wasted. For them, returning home or moving to a country that recognizes their qualifications becomes an attractive option to rebuild their careers. Families in particular often prioritize quality of life when deciding to leave Canada. When housing, childcare, and daily living costs continue to rise, many find it more practical to leave to achieve the lifestyle they desire. This is especially true for immigrants from developed or semi-developed nations such as the US, Taiwan, and France, who may have come to Canada for a new lifestyle or specific career opportunities. When financial realities and career prospects fall short of expectations, they may decide to return home, where the familiar environment and stronger support networks offer more stability. These stories paint a nuanced picture of the immigrant experience. Canada remains an incredible country for many, but financial realities, career challenges, and social adjustments don't always align with expectations. If you have your own immigration story or thoughts on the Canadian dream, share them with us in the comments. And if you found this content helpful, don't forget to like. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.